Disclaimer, this video is a walkthrough slash review of the Art of James Cameron exhibit in Paris, France. Some of the sections have quite poor audio because I forgot to bring a proper microphone. I apologise in advance. My super quick review of this exhibit is that if you're in France and you're a James Cameron fan, definitely go see it. If you find yourself visiting France or Paris for some other reason and you're a James Cameron fan, then you should also go see it. If you're on the other side of the world, I'm not sure that you should go and see this, but make up your own mind. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, I'm in Paris. We're on our way to the Cinémathèque Française, which is where the James Cameron exhibit is. I think that's good. Maybe we can use it.
Hi, Jim Cameron here. Now, you may know me as a filmmaker, but growing up in small town Canada, it was pen, pencil, paint, and paper well before I picked up my first camera. The Art of James Cameron exhibit is a 6-decade artistic journey tracing my creative process from my earliest drawings and paintings to movies. As a kid, my imagination was fueled by the comics, the science fiction books, and movies that I consumed voraciously. And you'll see how the ideas, themes, and even some very specific images from my art wound up in some of the best-known scenes in my films, from Terminator films, Aliens, The Abyss, and Titanic, to Avatar. I share stories about my life and my creative process. My work forms a kind of psychological journey of sorts through art as a study of the power of dreams. Not only dreams of success or how to get there, but actual dreams of the subconscious that unfold for me every night in my own private streaming service. My hope is to inspire you, as so many have inspired me. Please enjoy the Art of James Cameron.
And that's what we're going to do.
Hi, Jim Cameron. Now, you may know me as a filmmaker.
One of the original paintings for Xenogenesis. And this lady here, if you zoom in, is saved Jim lots of trouble because he talked about how a tall blue lady has been a theme in his artwork, ideas for a very long time. And even you can see here the metal arm, which is like Terminator. I mean, obviously heavily inspired by what would come. There's a guy whose like hand is coming out, and there's some kind of projection, almost like an avatar. In fact, in his masterclass, I think Jim makes a joke that he's only got 3 stories, and you can see nearly all of his stories in this one of these like original painting, which he did in 1977. It's insane to think that he made this all those years ago, and there's still so much of what would be to come in this already. And it's just, I feel like even if he wasn't a director, he would have made it as an artist anyway. So this piece this was originally done in 1970, and it even talks about how it's precursor to Avatar, and how it's obviously got this disabled person in a wheelchair, like very reminiscent of Jake Sully, and how he's thinking of other things. And I mean, it's pretty easy for Jim to show all of the different like themes in his work that he's passing through. Even I think seeing some of the other bits, so like this and this one, while not Avatar exactly, it's really obvious that the ideas for Terminator were in his head years before, and I guess it mustn't have been hard for him to prove when loads of people came out of the woodwork after Avatar was released that he had in fact had these ideas years and years and years earlier. It is quite funny seeing them in real life. This is the Lightstorm logo, so there's an original version here and then the final one here. I assume both of them have been drawn by Jim. Something really funny about this one is that in the bottom right hand corner it says, "This is what happens when you stay up till 4:30 AM working on this effing logo." So this entire room is dedicated to all the art that James Cameron did for Titanic. There's I think we should go to here. So if we just show here, for example, this is one of the sketches that he did for the background on the ship after they went down. This is amazing. So these are the sketches, the actual sketches that are done by James Cameron that are in Jack's notebook. So when he first meets Rose, he shows her many of these, and these are all original sketches by James Cameron. And we actually have over here, we have Jack's French girls. So these are literally the sketches that Jack shows Rose. They're literally the ones that he shows her when he's showing her the sketches. And then most famously, if we come over here, we have probably one of the most famous sketches of all time, and it's the sketch that James Cameron does of Rose, which James Cameron actually did of Kate Winslet. And then to finish this room off, kind of, which even though it's not a creation of James Cameron, is this, which is The Heart of the Ocean, which is obviously the MacGuffin of the movie. And then in the centre of the room, to finish off, and we come all the way around, is the original script of the film.
So there's sketches from Aliens here. This is the Cheyenne dropship. This is probably one of the most influential sci-fi designs of all time. Just given how many games, movies, this kind of design appears in. So Halo obviously takes massive inspiration from Aliens. This just could be straight out of Halo or anything else. There's also there's lots of other designs. So for example, there's a sentry turret that he also designed. I mean, it's just meticulous in nature. And then more designs for the dropship.
It looks like an AMSI bag now.
Yeah. And then an internal corridor from Aliens, which was very alien inspired, but still, I think it shows just how much cultural impact James Cameron has had, even through his designs, through his art alone. And I guess that's what this exhibit is ultimately a celebration of. There was also this model / miniature of the power loader used in Aliens and actually used in the filming of Aliens. It really makes you appreciate the meticulous work that goes into these movies. There was also a prop of the pulse rifle from Aliens, which is about as iconic a gun as you can find. This room is, we're in the exhibit, and this is the Avatar exhibit area. There's a lot of concept art from the movie, but some of it's quite funny and less detailed than others. So there's this section, which is lots of different creature designers have gone through different designs, etc. Some of them are extremely designed, some of them are less so. This one's funny. And this is like sketches I think that Jim has obviously done. And then even things where it's like the movement, so they're showing the motion of the motion the Na'vi is supposed to have. I guess it's just a quick sketch for people. Then it goes through to more detail. There's this one here. And it's saying that this is before Zoe Saldana is cast as Neytiri, so he knows what she's going to look like, but he doesn't know exactly what she's going to look like. There's this bit here, which is like a list of the descriptions that the Na'vi would have. It doesn't say what year it's made, but it says it's a basic description of the Na'vi. Then over here is the kind of like centerpiece. There's the sense that we have some of the more sketches, and then this one here, which I think is done before Zoe is cast, but it still gives a really good indication of what she's going to look like. It's actually really interesting to think of what he imagined her versus what she ended up looking like in the end. And then also, I guess, a lot of the other things that we see Like there's over there, we have the maquettes, which are like small models, which they use in the movie.
Fucking hell, why is it?
It's no, you just tap the screen and it opens up.
I think Josh already got it. Alright, what else? How far with these?
So this, and then yeah, this, and these. So this bit's also this bit's really interesting. We see these a lot in Lightstorm HQ, in like behind the scenes pictures, but it's the like 3D models of the heads of different characters. They have like Tonowari. No, they don't have not Tonowari. Tsute and Norm. Who's that one?
Oh, isn't that the horse clan leader from the first movie?
Yeah, he is. They don't have Jake and Neytiri. They're too precious. I purposefully didn't post everything as I wanted to leave some things for those who do go see the exhibit in person. Overall, I really loved it. If I had only one criticism, it would be in the advertising. I think using the more iconic image of Kate would have got more people interested in visiting, just because there's probably more worldwide fans of Titanic. Other than that, I can't think of anything else I'd criticise. I'd like to thank the Avatar Alliance Foundation and La Cinémathèque Française for inviting me to the exhibition, and as always, thank you for watching.